everyone, so today I'm going to be reviewing the CoverGirl Bloom collection. This collection came out recently and I'm pretty sure that it's for springtime because it's themed around like flowers and everything is bright pink. So I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the majority of the products in the Bloom collection. I have the Bloom mascara, I also have the Bombshell Powder Defined Brow and Liner. I also have the new eyeshadow quads to review and then 2 of the CoverGirl Bloom lipsticks to talk about. I'm also going to be showing you how I use the products as well to create the look that I'm wearing right now. So first of all, I started out with the Bombshell Powder Brow and Liner. So this product is meant for your eyebrows and for eyeliner. It's pretty versatile. It says you could use it either way. On the back of the packaging, it says bring Bombshell Smolder to brows and eyes. Soft powder fills in, defines, and creates fuller brows. Also used to softly line and define the eyes. And it says product adheres to brows. So this product I wasn't too much of a fan of. I actually do have every color here, so there is a pretty good color range. I have a black one, a brown one, and then there is like a lighter brown and then one for blonde. So there is a color for every hair color depending on what your hair color is. I'm personally in between. I feel like I'm in between the dark brown and the light brown here because my hair is like an auburn, like warm brown color, so it's a little bit hard to match it. So I used the dark brown one today, and I feel like it was a little bit hard to work with. This is not something I would recommend for people who just want to quickly apply their brows or someone who is new to makeup. I probably wouldn't have like my mom use it because she's not very good with filling in her brows. So I just feel like this product is a little bit difficult to use, and I can do my brows pretty quickly. I'm used to using a very thin pencil or even with regular brow powder on like an angled brush. That seems to work the best for me, and I can do it really quickly. This is just like an angled brush with a spoolie on the end. And most brow powders that I have used have kind of like a cakey texture, so they stick better to your eyebrows. It's not like a loose shadow where they just fall everywhere. This product actually has loose shadow down in the pot here, so I feel like that's not the best type of product you would want to use on your eyebrow because it just goes everywhere. I feel like it's so hard to control. I had to use my little mascara and shadow shield I have here to hold it underneath my eye. So I'm showing you just how I use it using an angled eyeliner brush. This seems to work the best if you are going to use this product, but I still found it a little bit hard to control. I feel like the powder was still kind of falling out a little bit. And it wasn't like sticking. If you were to use a wax first, then it would definitely work better. It would help it adhere a little bit better. But I did find it was easier to use with the angled brush that I have, and I just kind of stroked the powder into the brow hairs, and it seemed to fill it in pretty good. I mean, it took me a lot longer, I think, because I don't normally use a powder to fill in my brows. I'm used to a pencil. And it also was a little bit too dramatic because since it is like a loose eyeshadow, it was putting too much pigment. So I felt like it was just making them too dramatic and too fuzzy looking, I guess, like kind of faded out and not like a solid line. But you want it to look natural, but at the same time you don't want it to just be all over the place. And then on the other eye, I actually showed you how I apply it directly from the applicator. The applicator I'm not too much of a fan of. The applicator looks like a liquid eyeliner kind of, but it just has the shadow all over it like a loose eyeshadow type of product. So you really have to tap this off. I tapped off as much as I could into here before applying it on my brow, but it just didn't look natural. It just applied too much product. Even when I used the lighter colors, it was just too much. You'll see towards the end of the video, I also used this product to do my eyeliner, and I really do not like it for eyeliner. I feel like it just did not go in well at all. It just kind of feathered out and I couldn't get a clean line, which I get is supposed to be like smoldering and smoky looking and soft, which it is very soft, but it's basically just like you're applying a loose eyeshadow as an eyeliner. But whenever I use eyeshadow as an eyeliner, I definitely like to use an angled brush like this one because it just makes it go on a lot better. So then for the eyeshadow, this is probably what I struggled with the most when applying. I was kind of disappointed because I was expecting them to be super pigmented. There are other shadows that look just like this at the drugstore that I feel like apply a lot better. But this basically has 4 different colors here. The color that I have is in the shade Sombra, and it's meant to be like a smoky eye palette. So as you can see, you have a champagne white color, then there's like a bronzy brown color, and then a matte gray, and then a shimmer black shadow. So I first applied the number 1 color to the inner portion of my lids, and I had to wet my brush using a setting spray or water, whichever you prefer, but it still did not apply very good. I feel like this is mainly just glitter, so this isn't even like a champagne shadow. It's just like glitter that will go all over the place. It was really hard to contain on my lid, and I didn't even get any color, so it's not like I got any type of like highlight or inner corner highlight to my eye. It was basically just like I was putting glitter on my eye, and it just kind of fell everywhere. Especially when I blended it out, it just disappeared basically. And then the second shade is actually what I put all over my lid. That one didn't do too bad. I feel like you would definitely want to use that with a brush where you can just pack on the color like I did. But then when I went to blend it, it just kind of went away, so that was a little bit difficult to work with. But that one was definitely better than the others. Then I applied the matte gray using like a synthetic blending brush, and I applied that all throughout my crease. But the gray shadow was really hard to work with too. I didn't feel like it went on very smoothly, and it was really difficult to blend out, and I felt like it just kind of looked muddy all over my crease, but I just had to work with it a lot, and I feel like I got it to work, but at the same time I wasn't crazy about the way it applied. But I do like how they included a matte gray. I feel like that's not something I typically see in drugstore palettes, so I do like that they included it, but I just wasn't a fan of the pigmentation of that. And then the number 4 black shadow I actually applied using a pencil brush to the outer V. That one applied pretty nicely. I did have to try to work hard to blend it out because it kind of just like stuck to my lid. But it didn't go away when I blended it. It was just a little bit hard to maneuver. So I feel like the color combination is a little bit odd for this palette. I typically would not pair a bronze shade with a gray, especially like a cool tone gray like that. I feel like it's just like a weird combination on my eyes. Some people might like it, and I get how you could do like a smoky look, but for me, I usually stick with like the cooler colors if I'm going to be using gray and black. I don't usually combine like bronze and gray. I feel like bronze and gray are an odd combination. I also used the applicator to apply the black to the lower lash line, and that I kind of had to work with blending out too, but it did seem to apply the shadow a little bit better when using this. But you definitely could not use the applicator to apply all the shadows, but the applicator is good if you just want to pack on some color or just smudge it into your lashes or something like that. So then I curled my eyelashes and I applied the CoverGirl Bloom Mascara. So this is what the packaging for the mascara looks like. I'd actually tried this mascara out before and I wasn't crazy about it. It just didn't give me the amount of volume and length that I wanted, but then after trying it again, I feel like it definitely looks better on my eyes. It looks a lot better than I remember it working the first time I tried it. But on the back of the packaging, it says that the Full Lash Bloom by Lash Blast Mascara provides a full lash look that is soft to the touch. Then it says that it's a mousse formula with natural beeswax that provides volume and stays soft to the touch all day. So I really liked the brush of this mascara. That's really what intrigued me at first. But the formula for me, I really like to build up like thick, long lashes. So the formula is a little bit light for me. But I did give it to my sister the first time I tried this out, and she really likes it because she likes a really natural look, because it still gives you volume and length, but it's definitely natural. It's not like super buildable to where you can build up really long lashes or anything, but it is very touchable and soft. I don't feel like it held a curl very good. I did curl my lashes pretty well, and I don't really see where they're that curled. It looks really good on my eyes now with like the smoky eyeshadow and stuff, but if I just wear it by itself, I feel like it doesn't give me enough volume and stuff for my liking. I do like how soft the formula is though. It's really easy to remove, and if you're someone that likes more natural looking eyelashes and not a whole lot of makeup, then this would be perfect for you. And this is what the brush looks like. It's very similar to the Lash Blast mascaras, but this one is not quite as fat. It's definitely a skinnier brush, and it does have some spikes at the very end of the brush, which I like because you can use those to grab onto really small hairs like in the inner and outer quarters. So the last product I have are the CoverGirl Bloom lipsticks. I have 2 of the shades here. Typically I would not wear like a dark lipstick like this with a smoky eye. I would do a nude, but these are the 2 colors I have. The first one is the one I'm wearing, which is the number 335, and it's called Tantalize. And this one just looks like a really natural mauve color in the tube, but it definitely looks different on the lips. I feel like on my lips it comes off more of like a bright pink color, very different than it looks in the tube. So I'll just swatch that for you guys. But I was really pleased with the pigmentation of these. They're very creamy. They're pigmented, but they're not like too pigmented to where they're hard to work with. I think they give a nice finish on the lips too. I feel like my lips have a nice like light sheen. It's just very light and it's not anything too heavy. So I think that that's perfect for the springtime, and I really like the feel of them. So these I was really pleased with. This was probably my favorite product out of all the Bloom products. Probably this and the mascara I really liked. So the other color that I have is number 295, and it's called a Succulent Cherry. And this is not a color I typically would wear, so I haven't really tried this one out. It's a really bright like orangey red color, but it's still kind of sheer at the same time. Like that was 2 swipes on there. So I feel like you could sheer these out if you wanted to just have a nice wash of color. So this is the final look that I got using the products. That's with the eyeshadow, the brow, and the liner, and then the mascara and the lipstick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you guys have tried these products out, I would love to hear your opinions on them as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye everyone. Some of the topics that I'm going to cover are where to start, so just how to come up with your blog and stuff. Also getting a domain name, setting up the design like the pages and the sidebar, that sort of stuff.